Hello, ladies. Thank you for coming. I'd like to talk to you about something that is crippling our country, that is a big, big problem here in the city of Cincinnati, and that is homeless and hunger. Hunger doesn't have a DNA. It also doesn't have an ID card or even a phone number. One thing it doesn't do, it doesn't discriminate. Now let me tell you something about hunger. 1 in 4 families in Cincinnati will go to bed at night without having food to eat. 1 in 4 families. Now the typical family is a mom, a dad, a brother and a sister. So how about the families that have 2 brothers, 2 sisters, maybe 3 brothers and 3 sisters? And even the dogs. Because I know there's a bunch of people out there who have dogs and their dogs have to eat as well. So those families going to bed at night, probably going to bed without food. So if they don't have any food, then what do? What happens? In our nation, 1 in 8 families are going to bed the same way, without food. And that's pretty tough. But I want to talk to you a little bit about a national foundation or a nonprofit organization here in the city of Cincinnati called the Free Store Food Bank. How did we get to the Free Store Food Bank? Well, there was a gentleman who was having dinner one day by himself, finished his food, had leftovers, decided to take those leftovers with him. Those leftovers, as he was walking down the street, he noticed that there was somebody sitting on the side of the road and they were probably hungry. He handed it to him. That gentleman's name was Frank Gerson. Frank, who lives in Cincinnati, was working for a company, decided to take the food, hand it to someone on the side of the road. But he saw something as he was doing that. And what did he see? He saw that, you know what, I think I could do this and help these people. So every day that Frank went to work, every time he had lunch, he brought the food down to the people who were sitting on the side of the road, not being able to eat. And that's where the Free Store Food Bank came in existence. That was back in 1971. 1971. That's a long, long time ago. Still to the day, the Free Store Food Bank does a whole lot of things for people in the communities in Ohio. The one thing I can tell you about the Free Store Food Bank is what they do is they distribute a lot of foods to a lot of people. The doors are open. There's so many pantries in Ohio that allows those families to come get that food. The Free Store Food Bank also works with kids in school, set up programs that allow kids to come into those programs, and at the end of the day, the kid will take a sack lunch at home or take it home with them. The one thing that I like about the Free Store Food Bank is they have a lot of sponsors that help them, whether it's a major food chain, donations from a company, a church, private donations. A lot of people like to help. So what I'm thinking is, how do we help those that are affected by homelessness as well as hunger? Maybe educating the people who are homeless. Because before you were homeless, you probably had a home. Maybe you were down on your luck. Maybe the fact that you're not being able to eat now, you were eating before. So let's educate them. Because the Free Store Food Bank, those food pantries are going to be open 24/7. And while they're open, there's going to be a lot of people who are coming to those Free Store Food Banks or those pantries looking for food. But if we don't educate our people on certain things, the door's always going to be open and they're going to always take it. We don't want to just see them take it. We want them to understand the outcome of why they do what they do. And once again, somebody may have been working a job, a family member, a dad who had a job is down on his luck. Someone who's never had anything feels that this is the only way I could do it. No, but we can educate them on working and doing what they need to do. How effective is it going to be when a child doesn't understand what it takes to have food? What I would like to say to you as I'm sitting here today, and hopefully when you walk out of here, that you can feel what I feel when it comes to helping the people who are hungry and those that are homeless. Like I said in the beginning, homeless doesn't have a DNA. Hunger doesn't have a time card. It is something that affects our country on the daily. And how do we make it better? By people who out there that are listening, that can make a difference in helping those families. So as I end this, I really appreciate you guys coming out listening to me today about hunger and homelessness. Education. We're not talking 2 + 2, but we're talking about educating our people, keeping them on the right track, that they can do what they need to do to survive in this country. But the only way they can do that is to understand the difference between 2 + 2 and feeding my family. What are the necessaries for me to do? Maybe it's a job. Maybe it's volunteering. But if we can continue to keep working with our families and teaching them the necessaries, I think this world will be a better place to live in. So ladies, I would like to thank you for coming out and listening to me. And I hope that what I just said to you, you have the feeling that I have on making things better. Thank you very much, and have a blessed day.